Hi, you have tuned in again to Tina Talk, the podcast. I am so glad you're here for the second episode. Yes, it's like we're 2 years old, not to be confused with Tina Talk and Perfect Planning for Life. I'm big on numbers right now. So I'm so glad you tuned in. Let me start again with my background, just because I think for my new viewers, for people just kind of getting introduced to what I do, I have a means to my madness. I really do. Welcome to Tina Talk, the podcast, and why am I doing this? Years ago, I had the opportunity to work for all these major closet companies, and they were good. I was taught well, but kind of the way I was treated, and it was a hard way to make a living. But I loved designing and building closets. So I said to myself, one day you're going to have your own closet business, and you're going to find someone to build your closets, and the rest will be history. Yay! Well, it actually happened. I created a business called A Perfect Closet for You. Do you see the theme here? For you. And I did love taking someone's space, reorganizing it, designing a new closet. So all your inventory was at your fingertips. Everything was beautiful. It was like it was a showroom. And what I did, I had great cabinet makers, or millwork, as we call it in the industry. And so people had gorgeous closets that they loved walking into every day. What was amazing is that I found out as time went by, some people just needed to get organized before they had a new closet system. So Perfect Closet for You became my organizing company too. And what I do more than anything else is I just organize existing closets, entire homes, kitchens. It's a delight because I want you to love your space, utilize your space, and again, enjoy your inventory is so important. Then I had a radio show. It was called Tina Talk, and it was on KRLA 870 AM, and I had it for several years, and it was great. I loved having my callers call in, ask questions, participate, and it was first of all Girl Talk Radio. Then it became Tina Talk, Women's Weekly Magazine, and I KRLA is a wonderful station. So it was a great experience. But now I've evolved into Tina Talk, the podcast, because I want you to see me and I want to hear what you have to say. And the podcast industry obviously has exploded, and it's giving us all a chance to have our own little TV shows. How cool is that? Again, huge yay. The next thing that happened was during a pandemic. You remember, it was so fascinating. Our lives are changed forever. During that time, I had been working on a book about organizing your goals, something I'd practiced for 10 years. And I finally said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to create my own book called Perfect Planning for Life. And it is a fill in the blank book that would teach you everything you need to know about writing down goals. And they would fall under 8 categories. And I'm going to discuss that today. That's what this episode is about today, to really, really get into my book. First of all, you can order it on Amazon. And here it is right here, my book. Ta-da. You can also go to my website, again, perfectplanningforlife.com, which shows you my organizing background, my existing closets, clients' closets, a myriad of wonderful things about what I do. But you know what? It all has to do with order and loving your home and doing what you can do so that you can find stuff that is not lost, put aside, put it in the wrong place. Everything has a home, and like things stay together. So what my book is going to do is help you put your life together every year with 52 weeks. It to me it's a powerful statement to get my book and use it. Just to when I did review quickly on, of course I googled it, how important it is to write things down versus typing it. There's something powerful about your own handwriting, writing it down and hearing your voice and repeating things. So it's been proven that you're going to remember far more when you write it down in your own hand. And of course, repetition. It's any kind of practice. It's strengthening that new muscle. And so that's what again I want to share with you today. That's so important. So when you're setting up your book, again, you're filling in the blanks for that reason. I've designed this book with the 52 weeks so that you can fit everything in to your goals that will fall into these categories, and they're going to make sense. And that's what I want to share with you. It's so important that you take the time to fill this out, pray on it, think about it, really kind of say to yourself, what do I really want to get done this year? And that's why the guidelines of having me show you what to do and how to have these categories, it just fits in so beautifully. The 8 categories are basically this. I start with home. Your home. And because that's where we reside, that's where we regenerate, because that's where our heart is. Because Dorothy got it right. There's no place like home. We should honor the place where we live. So when I'm thinking about you organizing, writing these items down in your fill in the blank under home, you should think about taking care of your home, apartment, room, or space, no matter how big or how small. It should be in order. It really should be. It's going to bring you more joy. Walking into your house and saying, I know where everything is. Do the basics every day. Make your bed. And when people say, do you write down in your perfect planning for life, make your bed? No, that's kind of a regular thing I do. But some people have to put it down. Make your bed. Put things away. And if that's on one of your things for that 52 weeks, write it down. Because if it's just that reminder, it's the new muscle. And believe me, you're going to feel so much better. Make sure that everything does have a home. And when you're done with it, it will go back home because that's a designated place where it should live. And again, I've had people literally crying, clients that said, I had all these extra little t-shirts and I forgot where I put them. And finally we unearthed, like an excavation site, like 10 of these little beautiful t-shirts that she loved, but it was stuffed in a drawer. It was in the back of the closet. It was in the corner in the dark. There was a missing child there at one time. We saw them on a milk carton. I mean, it was not pretty. But once everything was revealed, it was, it's a whole new world. Whole new world. Yeah, that one of those things. Thank you, Aladdin. Another great Disney classic. Okay. Our home is that category to remember to also purge whatever you don't need. Purging is, again, a muscle. It is something that's almost, I guarantee you, it's painful at first. And then you're looking at, an outfit that used to be perfect. You're going, you know what? It's kind of lived its life. Then give it to Goodwill. You don't have to throw it away. Maybe gift it to somebody else. And I'm from the Los Angeles Mission and the Andalusia Center for Women, and we lived on our donations because they were things that help support the mission that we didn't have to go out and buy. So donations are huge, and don't feel badly about that. And yes, please write it off. Throw away empty cartons and boxes. I know you're in shock. Why? I may need that box. You won't. I have been falling into that vortex of keeping good boxes. Do I use them for birthdays and Christmas? Yes. But, and you should put boxes and boxes so that they take up an inordinate amount of space. So I'm giving you permission, throw them away, break them down, put them in the trash. But, this is what takes up an inordinate amount of space. Also, please go through and purge medicines, cosmetics. They're separating. And when you look at expired in 1917, why I bring this up is that when you take the time to go through medicines and cosmetics, first of all, they all expire. And cosmetics separate between oils and whatever other ingredients is. It's not pretty. Sometimes, cosmetics can last a long time. Of course, the industry is saying powders have so much bacteria on them and disgusting little creatures. You can kind of clean them a little bit. The point is, when they've lived their life, say goodbye. The other thing is, you're going to find two opportunities. You will be amazed at how many items are expired, of course, in taking up space. Get rid of them so you can use the space more efficiently. But you'll find things you already have that you need that could be brand new or barely used. And now look at, you have something you don't have to go out and buy. So to me, that's what's so important about weekly, it'll definitely monthly, go through this, your extra stuff, definitely cosmetics and medicines. It's amazing how we just, even clothing, it can be, it pains me when I see really beautiful clothes that you've had for a couple of years. I say this universally with my clients, the price tag is still hanging off the the sleeve or in the back of the people. We've got to use what we have. I think that's so important. And again, this is your hard-earned money. I want to see you using, collecting, and really mixing and matching. That, by the way, is another service I offer. I call it shopping in your closet. So we can discuss that in the future, but I'm really good at that. I will give you 20 outfits you never knew you had. That's already in your closet. So, yeah. Friendly word to the wise. I guarantee if you start applying these points every week to your home category, you will complete them and you will see success and better management in your home. I love the word management, managing everything, managing your time, managing your clothing, managing, your office supplies. All of this adds up, and you're going to be very, very, very pleased with yourself. Especially when you walk into a room and it's in order, you know where everything is, and then you start using things you forgot you had. So I'm telling you, when you write this down in that home category, this is just the first category. So can you see the amount of success you can have throughout the entire year? Um, as a professional organizer, there is this saying about like things stay together. Underwear is in the underwear drawer. Paper clips and desk supplies should be all organized in organizing trays with those little designated cubes and little squares. Love them. I get that, and that's the first thing I start buying for my clients. And then it's used properly. B, because I have this sort of an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. B would be health. Because you can't buy it and you can't take it for granted. And it can be managed with a little effort and a lot of discipline. So your good health is everything. And it is something I think sadly we take for granted. And I've been blessed with very, very good health. But when something goes wrong, your body's going to talk to you. It's going to be something painful or something's just off. But I think this is a huge category. So I will tell you, my lovely viewers, that I write down the same thing over and over again, week after week, for a friendly reminder. Walk 3 times a week. Walking is so important. I do keep a pedometer on all the time, because just walking around my house, I will rack up between 3,000 and 4,000 steps. But I know our goal is always 10. Excuse me, I need some water. Drink enough water. Keep hydrated. That was a nice little segue. I write, again, a lot of these things down every week. And then take your vitamins every morning, the walk 3 times a week, the medical appointments, meditation time, and anything that will keep you in better health. And there's mental health. There's taking care of yourself, so it's self-care. And these things are so important, and the minute you start applying them, you're going to feel better or stronger or healthier. When you're practicing self-care, it's only life-changing. I encourage you to write items down every week that would apply to that. When I write some of the simplest things down and practice those routines every week, I accomplish multiple goals. Why do I say that? because I end up thinking better, sleeping better, and having more clarity, and definitely having more energy. Reading books on staying positive and reading your personal affirmations in this book, Perfect Planning for Life, all all go together. They're the tools that you should, garbage in, garbage out. There are sometimes I'm watching TV and I'm thinking, this is really so negative. It's so dark. And I find myself saying, oh, but I like the storyline. But I'm thinking, but it's so negative and it's so dark. And I thought, I don't want that information in my brain anymore. I want something positive and more entertaining or something beautiful. There's a great saying, again, garbage in, garbage out. Putting information into your head is critically important for your good health. And I promise you that. There's something about breathing, calming yourself down. Stress, as we know, us Americans, it's like go, 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 hamster wheel. Oh, put something else on my plate. And the real critical issue with being Americans is American women. We love putting one more thing on our plate. I don't know how this happened, but it's like, oh, sure, I can take care of it. You need a casserole. You need some help at your house. No, no, call me up. Do you have an hour to talk to me? I've got a problem. We are these machines, and we've got to take it back a notch. We really do. We have to, again, the self-care. And sometimes say no. I know we always feel like, are we letting down someone? Well, it's maybe you can say, we can do everything, just not all at the same time. Here comes Skid. Skid, Skid. I have 3 cats. Skid. Oh, he's going to make sure that Miss Tracy's doing everything she's supposed to do. Come on. Come over here. Come on. We might have an appearance. This could be very rare. Skid, come on. Come on. We were hoping for this. Up, Simba. Look at how he listens to his mother. Not. Come here. Come here. People tune into this, right? Come on. Come on. Yeah, big. Oh my goodness. Come on. And is he in the shot?
Yes, he is.
Oh my goodness. This is Skid. Roland Russick. I did find him on Skid Row. He was a hot mess. He'd been attacked by rats. We saved his life, and he knows it. And he's my big boy. He's the only boy cat in the house. I have 1 boy cat and 2 girl cats. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, Mommy's going to go on with the show. You can stay. All right. Oh, where am I? Okay. Do you hear the... Oh, he's so happy. Okay, Mommy loves you. All right. My cats are very secure. Personal and fun. This is item C. Because we tend to forget to play and take care of ourselves when we're all grown up and too serious. We need to remember to take our adult crayons out and color our hair, color our toes, and color our life. Isn't that lovely? So personal and fun means taking time for yourself, enjoying life a little bit more, maybe pampering yourself, getting your toes done, your nails done. I remind myself to get my car washed. It's like, yes, it's time to get the car washed. This is all under that category. But again, it's your book. Whatever the Spirit does to lead you on, these are things that I have to take care of myself. And friendly reminders. Working on all your projects that include restoring, repurposing your clothes, your jewelry. I do a lot of that. I'm very crafty. But I will find something I like, but it has to be repurposed or repaired. But that takes a lot of time. Errands. Oh my goodness. I have talked to so many girlfriends at times where I said, what are you doing? Are we still meeting later? Yes, I'm doing my errands. I have another hour. That's life. Oh, Skid has left the building. Okay. Planning events and going out. This falls also, I'm going to go back to the self-care and creating balance. We all need balance. To me, I'm realizing more and more is so critical, because it's like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Well, Jacqueline is the same way. We have to work on the balance of feeling good about our day, feeling good about our production, and then taking time to smell the roses. I just think, and it, you know what? It rejuvenates us, doesn't it? I think so. Letter D is spiritual on with my 8 categories. Because unless the soul is nurtured and the mind and the body cannot follow. If your path is made straight, God can be invited on the trip we call your life. So I'm a Christian. I believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And I spend time with my devotional time, reading the Bible. I'm always involved with Monday Night Bible Study with women. This is a huge ministry in my life. I suggest and pray that you'll find a way to have a relationship with God. Um, I don't necessarily want to make this a real religious program, but God is going to be popping in and out of it because there are miracles, and I see His Majesty at work, and I see miracles all the time. In fact, in my book, I have a place where you fill out all your categories, and then we'll be discussing some optional categories. And one of those is miracles you've seen this year, this week, this month. If you start writing them down, you'll say, I don't even know how that happened. I kind of prayed about it. I sort of asked God, but you will start, if you're looking for those wonderful things in life, you will find them. They will be revealed to you. I guarantee it. I've had miracles in my life, and I truly believe that I cannot live without God and His mercy, His favor, His generosity. Giving back to your church, to friends, to volunteer can only enrich your life. And not doing it leaves a huge hole in your heart and a bigger void in your life. I do believe that volunteering, getting involved with giving back, just for the sake of giving back, is going to enrich your life. You cannot outgive God. You cannot. Whether you give your talents or your riches, you'll never regret it. Also, I find time to pray or meditate. It's been proven that meditation and prayer can improve your blood pressure and your general peace of mind. If you take time for, again, the self-care and taking care of yourself, but also having that relationship with God, and it changes your relationship with everybody. And I think that you'll only be enriched. Lastly, walking and breathing, it's also essential. The self-care should be part of taking care of your spirit. Don't you ever feel that either you're overwhelmed by something so beautiful or so kind that you feel, like your cup runneth over, you want to give back. If you feel so fortunate, and sometimes when I felt really discouraged, I thought, well, the best thing I can do right now is go out and volunteer somewhere. Maybe if I help someone else, I'll feel better. You always do. To me, that's part of another good prescription for finding balance in life. I also ask, my clients when we're working together, it's that practice of breathing properly, and we might have another appearance by someone who should remain nameless right now, who's orange. But yes, taking care of yourself, breathing, the meditation time, very, very important. We're going to stop for a moment, my darlings, and I'm going to ask you to tune in again for our next and third episode, so I can continue with sharing these categories with you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you write me. I hope you have questions, and we will get together with the next episode, and so I can keep telling you about my book that you can purchase on Amazon.com. Please visit me at perfectplanningforlife.com, and may God richly, richly bless your day. Thank you, and see you next time.